Helper was laughed and humiliated at the gathering in the mansion, which they were surprised to discover. Grow up in a poor family, Sapphire. I've noticed that the clothes you wear every day go back and forth. Don't you have any other clothes there? Edmund said mockingly. As for you, Edmund, you know you're just a poor person. And no new clothes cost. I'm sorry, just put up with his stench. Alyssa said this. When he said this, Edmund and Alyssa started. The students who heard them laughed, and these scoffers made a mockery of this Sapphire. Just crouching while walking, this Sapphire at that point, because of its extreme shyness of almost all the students present. He is the one being laughed at, understanding. In that event, it only got better for Sapphire, who just stopped studying, and just helped his mother in the farm work. Are you sure about your decision, son, that you will stop studying? Your father and I can still send you to school. Let those Nanu tease you, they won't help. As you advance in life, said his mother Adelaide. Let's leave the study for now, that's out of my mind. I'm more than happy to help you with your work, said Sapphire. Entered Helper. It happened, Sapphire just entered as a helper. To hear it is looking for a new helper. The owner of a large and elegant mansion. Lucky Sapphire, who got the job. And immediately he started his work. In the 6 months of this Sapphire's work, it worked beautifully up to one day. Despised and embarrassed, Leonora's boss's daughter's classmates came, and at the point where it can see Sapphire, the students who visited it suddenly got cold when it sees Edmund and Alyssa with Nicole. Nicole is Leonora's daughter, who has the same bad attitude as his mother, Leonora. Just then he saw Edmund and Alyssa. It was Sapphire, who takes care of them. It's a very small world. You've been missing, Sapphire, for a long time. I still thought you were busy making money for you to come back to us. I was still afraid of you coming back. Then this is the only thing I can discover. You're just here, turned into a muchacha. So disappointing, Edmund promised seriously. Alyssa laughed at that point. You really never stop surprising us, Sapphire. No. You look funny. There you are, sooty, Alyssa said. Well, the three of you already know each other. I'm happy that way. Nicole said it. We have known that for a long time, even when we were still studying. Can you forget the foul smell of his clothes? The stench is nauseating, Alyssa said contemptuously. After Alyssa said that thing, Sapphire was once again laughed at by the students present. At that point Sapphire stopped crying, and because he was filled with anger, managed to slap Alyssa in the face. Everyone was surprised by what Sapphire did, and because Sapphire was also shocked by what he had done. He quickly ran to the kitchen, and that's when he cried and cried. Fredo also happens to be in the kitchen at that time eating. And this Sapphire didn't notice him. Did they despise you, Sapphire? Said Fredo. Sapphire was surprised when she heard Sir Fredo's voice. You are there, sir. I'm sorry, Sapphire cried and cried. Let those who despise you, Sapphire. I know you are a good boy, and I see that in your character. Just keep being nice, and in the end you will be blessed, Fredo replied. Fredo is Sapphire's boss, who owns a big mansion. But even though he is rich, his character is still simple. That's why the two of them became friends with this Sapphire. And this CC Sapphire is the one that this CC pounced on every time he warmed up to. Fredo's wife, Leonora, and their daughter, Nicole. Image what Sapphire did to Alyssa made Nicole angry, and he promised Alyssa that he would avenge her when this Sapphire slapped him. But because Sapphire is close to her father Fredo, I can't just let this Sapphire move because of his fear of reporting to his father IoT Sapphire. If it hurts him because of that, Nicole thought of another way to torture Sapphire. It made it difficult for Sapphire to work inside the house. Until giving up, this made Sapphire order to clean up the mess on the second floor. In an unused room, Sapphire did his bidding. And he started cleaning the room. The old millionaire cried. While Sapphire was cleaning the room, it noticed Fredo sitting there on the chair. While staring at the old photo after a while, suddenly someone remembered this Sapphire. That he did not remember where he saw it. All of a sudden everything came to his mind. And it remembered a bill that had been in its care for a long time. Sapphire took the necklace from her neck and showed it to Fredo. And when Fredo saw that bill, his tears suddenly flowed. Because of that bill is owned by his first wife, Gladys, who died in a shipwreck. That they were riding with his baby son. This Fredo stared at Sapphire, while crying. That's why I'm so happy for you, and that's why you and my late husband look almost alike. You are my lost child. After Fredo said that, he immediately hugged Sapphire. Life change. It happened that Sapphire confirmed the whole truth. Right from the mouth of its mother Adelaida, that they just picked up this Sapphire, when the tragedy of the shipwreck happened. In that event, Sapphire's life was changed, and according to that day, Nicole and her mother, Leonora, made him respect her. This in turn made Edmund and Alyssa face their contempt for him. Where are your Angus, Edmund and Alyssa? Why do you seem to be shy in front of me now? It's still me, Sapphire with smelly clothes. Judgmental people, you think you are perfect people. What Sapphire told them, Edmund and Alyssa just kept quiet. In our lives, there are things that we do not expect to happen to us. Let's just learn to be patient and humble in our trials. Passable. Thank you so much.